Can you speak to Drew's overall impact tonight, especially without traditional point guard with JD in San Francisco?
Yeah, I thought he had a lot of responsibility in his hands. Playing with a group that had really never played together, and playing a style that we hadn't really played. And I thought that he stepped up. And just talking to him after the game, I thought that for the most part, even when things weren't going well, he was in the right mindset, and he was a leader, and he didn't get too high or too low during any moment of the game. And I felt that his spirit was at a high level, and he was able to make plays.
How important is it just to have forwards who have the capability to shoot, but also play make and handle the ball?
I mean, that's the whole game, right? If you can get people who can dribble, pass, shoot, and have good size, I think that those are good players. So I would I'm all in.
Cam had a massive third quarter, obviously, with the 17 points. Can you just speak to the spark he provided you guys?
Yeah, we talk all the time, about next man up and having a mentality that it doesn't matter who's playing and who's not. Whenever you get on the floor, the expectations are the expectations, and the standard is the standard. And he raised that level tonight, and I thought that he was just massive with his energy, with his activity and his shifts. Was able to make some threes. There might not be a person on the team who works harder or gets more shots up after practice or after hours, and so the message to him is that we trust him, and there's a reason that he's out there and continue to play his game. And that third quarter was pretty special.
And then you guys won the rebounded battle, 61-42. Can you just speak to your activity on the boards?
Yeah, crashing. We've talked about crashing since day one of camp. It's a massive point of emphasis for us, and trying to win the shot margin, understanding that there's going to be nights where we don't shoot the ball as well as we want to. And tonight might have been, I think, one of our best offensive rebounding games. I think we had 25. And then 25, and then more with the team rebounds as well, where DJ was getting fouled and they didn't count as rebounds. So, I mean, it's just massive because it lifted our offense when we weren't making shots, and then when we started to make shots, that's how you win games.
And Killian Hayes had 19 points in the first half and then 11 in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of adjustments did you make to contain him a little bit?
He's good. He's a really good player. Not necessarily always going to be able to get stops on him. He's going to make some tough shots. One of the things that we tried to do was get Tristan and Aruna on him and just put some size on him and try to bother some of his mid-range pull-ups. And, to his credit, Killian's credit, he was still able to get to the paint and make plays, but I thought Tristan really, really did a good job on him, and that's why we went with him late, was for his defense on Killian Hayes specifically.
For sure. You brought up Tristan. Can you just speak to a little bit more of his overall impact? I thought he was huge out there.
Yeah, I mean, he's just the one thing that you're always going to get from him is his rebounding and his defense, and I thought he provided both of those things tonight. And then he was able to make a shot in transition, and he was able to get to the basket a couple times, and really provided a spark. And he's been doing that all year, and he's been available all year. He's been a big part of what we've been doing.
And then Hassan also had a really big game specifically down the stretch. Can you just speak to his impact tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he was able to guard a couple different guys, and provided some rim protection, provided some rebounding. I think he had 6 offensive rebounds, and he was just massive as a part of the crashing, like we talked about earlier, and just being the man in the middle who sort of controlled our defense and allowed us to get out in transition with his rebounding and with his steals and his playmaking defensively.
Then DJ had another really good game, really good defense. Can you just speak to his impact tonight?
Yeah, I thought him and Anton and Scrub, they had missed a couple of games, and so I thought, wasn't really sure how their win was going to be, all three of those guys collectively. But they, to their credit, they all three, not just DJ, came in and made impact and were able to make winning plays over and over again. And I thought all three of those guys who had been missing some games came out and impacted, not just DJ.
So you enter All-Star break on a 7-game win streak. It's probably a much-needed break for the team, given how many games we've played in a short period. How do you kind of keep this momentum going after taking a week off?
Yeah, I think we take a look and understand the why to why we're winning games, right? And a lot of that for us has been on the defensive end, and it's we want the guys to get their bodies right and get their mind right, but when we get back, it's full steam ahead. We got 12 games, and if we can play at this level defensively night in and night out, we're gonna win some of those games and give ourselves a real chance here down the stretch. And so it's understanding that's where it starts and ends.